Hello and welcome to Playing with Concepts, a video series dedicated to highlighting games as an artistic endeavour. These will usually be independent or small-scale games which are quite short, either very cheap or free, and on the PC. If you enjoy the videos, consider liking and subscribing. This episode will highlight a game that could be described as a documentary puzzle game. The crux of the game is that you play a cat belonging to the former Prime Minister of Iran, Mohammed Mossadegh. He is the former Prime Minister because he died in 1967 and he was also, crucially, part of the government which was overthrown in 1953 as the result of a coup orchestrated by the CIA and British intelligence. When playing the game, you interact with objects in the environment as the cat in order to solve very simple puzzles. This leads former Prime Minister Mossadegh back through the major political events in his life, and during which he attempts to nationalize the Iranian oil industry, and then his subsequent overthrow, prosecution, and house arrest. Besides the subject matter, the game is included in this series as it serves as an interesting example of a documentary game. From a very small developer, it also manages to incorporate an interesting and consistent tone and art style, creating a very simple but engaging and obviously strongly intentioned game. Many games exist to highlight specific issues, be they political, social, environmental, from various obvious advertising games, usually targeted at children, to overtly political or propaganda games. Games have been made by everyone from nations to terrorist organizations, and this is just one example of a game that is used to inform and highlight a political issue, albeit obviously from one perspective. As a counterpoint, the game is a little light on information. More detail and historical context would have been welcome, especially in relation to the internal Iranian affairs at the time, and even a counter-narrative from the Western perspective, given the obvious important economic and political issues surrounding both Persian oil and obviously the Cold War at the time. However, that being said, this is a good introduction, a very good introduction to artistic documentary games, and I would recommend everyone who's interested in gaming to consider playing. The game takes about 10 minutes to play, it's available on Steam for free, and it's been made by Peter Brinson and Kurosh Valanayed, sorry if I mispronounced that, and it was funded by the Advancing Scholarship for the Humanities and Social Sciences and the Games Innovation Lab at the University of Southern California, or at least part funded by those people. So documentary games, this one's a very good example, and it's a bit of fun, so I recommend you play it. Thank you for watching. Cheers.